Why do you say that back when Jussie was sentenced that it was too late?
The fact that the Chicago PD spent over 3,000 hours investigating this case, this is a city where the homicide rate is the top in the country. They could have been using that time actually going after real crimes. And so I thought because of the resources that were used and the fact that he kind of used his public figure status, really was egregious. And it just the impact on hate crime victims, I thought that the punishment fit the crime.
There have been a lot of studies about this. One from University of Kentucky, that up to 2/3 of hate crimes are hoaxes.
Obviously, Jussie Smollett said he's innocent, but the brothers who testified against him said he used it as a publicity stunt. Maybe other people are using it to gain attention from their community members or family members.
Tracy, you say this was basically a victimless crime.
Absolutely. What Jussie Smollett did was abhorrent. There's no doubt about it. It was horrible to the black community, to the gay community. There's no doubt about it. But to fit what he did into a statute that hardly anyone can define what disorderly conduct actually is, it seemed very unreasonable. And I think it was more of a revenge thing than anything.
Exavier, what is your response to Laura that says that this could hurt real hate crime victim cases in the future? And what do you say about that? And what do you say about people that say white guys like the three of us shouldn't be talking about it to hell at all?
That's a great question, Dr. Phil. I think that everyone, black, white, can agree that that was a silly thing that he did. But I don't think this hurts and harms any victims of any assault at all. I think that they need to be, their cases need to be taken to the fullest extent of the law, no matter what. When all the facts came out, we are pretty clear that he should have been prosecuted. The nature of how he was prosecuted in terms of bringing a special prosecutor, that's where his appeal team is going to say, hey, he agreed to do these things. Why is he being prosecuted again?
So it went too far.
It went too far, double jeopardy, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Vinnie, after covering Jussie's case since the beginning in 2019, it's been 3 years, what sticks out in your mind the most about it?
The most insane case ever, beginning with the story from Jussie Smollett. I mean, how did we get here? When you think about what he alleged to have happened, as the judge said at his sentencing, it was utterly ridiculous. But almost as ridiculous is the procedural route that the case has taken. I mean, I think this is a case where someone with privilege, Jussie Smollett, someone with privilege, power, fame, and connections, was able to get this first sweetheart deal and basically get the case thrown out without ever really admitting to anything. I mean, he never said, I did it. There was some forfeiture of a bail. He was supposed to do some vague community service. And to me, that was insane. How did that happen? That just doesn't happen to any old person, but it happened to him. And that now has taken a case which was nuts on the one hand in terms of the story that he made up, is equally legally insane on the other hand, because of the procedure that it's taken. And I think this could be a case where he could make a very strong argument that he's being prosecuted twice for the same crime, and it's all because of that DA.
Steve, you said something interesting to my team. You said you think that Jussie will likely win his appeal, but not because he's innocent.
Because his appeal is based on double jeopardy, and he never should have been prosecuted a second time. They went out, he got the sweetheart deal. Then they went out and some people said, well, we don't like the deal. But it's double jeopardy. When you strike a deal, when you've been prosecuted once and you reach a deal and you're punished for that, whether you like the punishment or not, he was punished. He had to do community service. He forfeited some money. May not have been a lot of money to someone like him, but it was some money. You can't be prosecuted again. That's a core principle that's built into the Constitution. As much as I love the judge, he was wrong to rule otherwise.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.